welcome back. As you see, our little winning streak got decimated last time, but we're gonna go on anyways. The show must go on, and I don't go on without y'all. So, oh, I don't know. I haven't gotten any real comments, not enough of them, anyways, about the last one. Whether they were personal comments said to me, or if anybody is seeing this video now. At the time of airing this one, I have not gotten any comments really about that. About the last conversations. Let's go to our the sisters. Honestly, none of these are good. I don't know. She would still do better if I went to tier 6. Then I would have more options. Like this is, she's literally a gamble. Yeah, it's a gamble, and I have to play dragons. There's no guarantee I could get to play dragons. There's no point in trying for that. That's the only reason why that one's not good. Like, if it would let you pick 2 dragons, that would be a different story. Like, if you could actually choose, and it's not just 3, it's like literally you really get to pick, like, okay, then fine. If you can't actually pick, there's no point in choosing that one. That's literally the only reason why that one's weak. I had such high hopes for that one. But you never get the top tier dragons. You get stuff like this in your picks. This and the double the attack dragon and stuff like that. It's like, well, this stuff ain't doing me no good. I went to tier 5 and I get this. Like, how is that going to help me?
With a league of evil. Terrible people.
It should be that you have an option of a tier 4, a 5, and a 6.
Have a good battle, friend.
Like, you get to discover 2 dragons. Well, one of them is a tier 1, 1, 3, and 5, and the other one is a tier 2.
Work out there. Keep up the
Or
pressure.
one is a 1, 3, and 6, and one's a 2, 4, and 5, or whatever. We're about to fight him. I want him to kill this so that he's stuck burning his own life away. Unfortunately, we failed on that one. So he's set pressure to avoid him now.
You're good at this.
We get ourselves established, and then we start re-rolling. That's no bueno.
You're good at this.
Only 3 left. I'm glad they put this one onto the 2nd tier instead of 1st, because he was kind of broken on the 1st tier, but he's still too much now. They should have started him at 1-1 and just left him on the 1st tier. buffs.
Avenge me!
I'm hoping that they would.
Avenge me!
Hoping they wouldn't. Important thing is we won.
Your minions really pulled their weight.
I love these guys.
I'll clean you up!
You're down a minion and up a gold.
One more. Well, we really gotta stop hanging around these low tiers. Yeah, especially because this guy's already at 4 with Pirate. Oh man, we are so in bad shape. My pride, it hurts. Oh, we actually didn't. Tied. Tied is a win in my book.
Pick yourself back up and turn it around.
I know. I'm sure somebody remembers when I said, if you're not first, you're last.
It's not the strongest, but it'll fight hard.
There we go.
Another satisfied.
Oops.
I'll save these ones for later.
Yeah, you will. Tier 3, no power ups. That's the book we lost it last time. Got more demons than we did. We never even got to see this guy. Pardon.
Your minions really pulled their weight.
Yes.
It's not the strongest, but it'll fight hard.
I don't remember what I was going for here. I'd love to get a triple of this. Triple this wouldn't be bad either, though.
Let's see if you
I'm not
can
saving
stay
anything
on
here.
top.
I mean, got a full field every single time, so it's not bad. Very bad. Like, a scale from 1 to 10, this is doo-doo. Doo-doo.
You're good at this.
Triple. I figured. Such a tease. Alright. If we don't get a triple of these guys, then there's no point in keeping them.
Better hire a recruit while you can.
What you got? Baby, I want it. Anyways. Yeah. Not so good. We'll be right back.
You got this. You're way ahead.
Sorry folks, nature call. Oh, I walked away for a few seconds and we lost completely. Thoroughly. Mercilessly. Which I had a feeling this guy's gonna be difficult to deal with at this point.
The battle is really raging out there.
They really want me to think demons are the way to go. There we go, finally. I say it's too late to smack the clown. It's too late. Triple. What we getting from tier 4? More doo-doo. Do love that Hydra though.
May the carrot guide you.
And there's another triple. Arg, pirates. Probably a cleave to go with it. We're about to be done with this demon too.
I think you can win this thing.
That is so bad. Unfairy. Ooh, yep, we just lost. Such a move away. I honestly, I thought that dragon was gonna get to wipe out my entire field in one shot. That was horrible. Are we gonna fight first place next too?
Any defeat that doesn't destroy
The way that we've been
you
getting put
makes
up
you
against
stronger.
people. Really now. Gonna give me Mal'Ganis now. You know what? Is it too late? It might be still too late though.
Come out and play!
You're doing great out there.
Shut up, baby, I know. That's why you can't rely on the cannons.
Avenge me!
Entire play revolves around the daggone cannon. At least we took a little bit less damage.
Welcome back. How's it going out there?
I have a little too many death rattles going on right now.
I didn't like that one either. Here's a gold for the trouble.
I don't know if I want to put this on him.
The dogs.
Keep up the momentum, friend.
I just cannot do it with the cannon, guys. I'm sorry. I'm trying to. I know that I keep getting told that the cannon is really good, and I'm sorry, but I cannot do a build like this. It's a good thing I taunted that, because if I didn't, this wouldn't be alive long enough to gain the effects. I have a comment that they wanted me to do a Mama build, and the problem is Mama's a 6, and even by the time I get to Mama, I'm not going to have enough health to use her. I'm trying to get to her even now, and I'm really not going to be able to get to her because I'm trying to stabilize my field to go to that point, and I can't. I just got eliminated as it is. I cannot do a Mama build. I probably shouldn't have bought that, honestly, but I was looking to maybe have to transition into demons at some point with this because this was not working. I cannot keep the cannon, and I'm sorry, but the beast cannot do it without the cannon. I want to, but that was a horrible run for us. I get this, and it would not just use this. It had to go after one of these every single time, and more times than not, it was trying for this one whenever it wasn't going to go off anyways. So if I sell that, like essentially, it wasn't going to change a thing. Like at the end of the day, this one would have just attacked first then and gave everything +2/+2. Not really that impressive. And like just what I had on the field was not going to work. As long as this keeps getting hit first, there's nothing I can do. And as you saw, this was not surviving any mainstream fights unless we were already going to win the fight. This one was not winning fights. That's why I say originally, you know if you're going to win the fight or not. If you were going to win the fight and this didn't have to be alive, so it didn't even matter if it was still there. But whenever you need it to win the fight, it gets sniped first. That is your proof. That is your evidence right there that the fight was dictated beforehand because it's already decided, well, you're not going to win the fight. You don't have what you need. Get rid of that so there's not even a fighting chance. We're just because you're done now. Walk it off, kid. Walk it off. And it's not really right, but that's how it is. And I mean, you see the signs. I could have quit like by turn 3, honestly, because of what I had. But I was trying, and I wanted to try to get my way to a mama build. That's why I started with this one. But I knew that there was no way I was gonna be able to do a mama build because for one thing, we got one rat. I didn't see another one. If there was one, it was being shadowed by something else. So it was completely getting overlooked. And they were trying to pass demons off onto me after, at that point, I've already given up on the idea of ever giving that a shot in this build. Honestly, let's see, the last time we did demons, that's what happened to us. Like, and I've told you, demons don't work. And it's because, like, Juggler, if I didn't have this on the field, and if I'd had another demon, it wouldn't have changed a thing. Juggler was not going to work for me. Because I couldn't get the demons that needed to die. We couldn't get the one that puts a token down because I got the juggler. Like that's how that was work. We were destined to lose that one. You saw that whenever I was getting this guy, the only demons I could get was demons that are like, oh well, we got 2 demons back to back that buffs a demon with no demon on the field. And then the demon that we got on the field, we had to buff is something that his goal is to die to buff another demon. This guy, who's still here. And then we got the taunt demon that's gonna hurt us. And arguably the second worst taunt demon on the field. Because this is literally the worst taunt demon there is. Honestly, I consider him to be the worst taunt anyways, because if you have to take 2 damage just to win one fight, it's not worth it to me. Like, you still took 2 damage. You might as well put the 2-3 on the field. If you run into another one of these, then you lost, and if not, there's not too much of anything that beats the 2-3 straight out. You tie or else you win, period. This right here, you win, but you lose 2 hit points anyway, so you tied your opponent. It's not worth it. You put him on the field, you play him, you just took 3 damage. Whenever you already take 1 for this. There's no point. Like, this is the worst. And then that's the second worst right there. Because if you can get to the 5 tier 1, it dies, it summons 3. You kill even the little 2 tier 1, he dies, he summons another one. Soul Juggler works. I got the worst demons I could work with here. I got him too late, and at the same time too early. Because I still had like too much hit points for him to go insane powers, but nothing to buff him. There was nothing I could do. And then we're sitting over here with this, and it's like I tried to transition into something that could be viable. I tried to make room, so even if this chooses this, it's still not gonna work. Like I figured if I open up a space, it would finally pick this one to buff, so that this wouldn't die so easily. But it didn't matter in the end. In the end, it doesn't even matter. So, yeah, there's just, I'm sorry, but unless you just really want to make this series like so boring that it's like the opposite of One Punch Man, like we die within like 5 turns because I keep making builds with these so that you can just watch them die immediately. Like conveniently, even though I have this up at the front, if this is essential for a death rattle build, it gets sniped at the very beginning by the dragon whelps. Like that will happen. Like literally, I'm surprised that opening turn, a golden whelp and a regular whelp, 3 snipes. 1, 2, 3. That's what I expect to see. I've had it happen to me. But now that I'm recording it, I'm waiting to catch it on recording so that it's not just my word for it. And I guarantee you, you will get to see this. It is literally just a matter of time, especially if I continue to make builds like this. Like, I've never run this guy because of the fact it doesn't matter how many of these mechs die, he's never going to get strong enough to wipe whatever's coming. The only way he could is if I could put Divine Shield on him without taunt. Like, if they ever magnetize a minion that gives Divine Shield that doesn't force a taunt on it with it, then there's a mechs will be viable. He will be viable. Even he would be viable. Like, literally, they need that to save mechs. Because as it is, this mechs will never be a viable build. I'm sorry. As it is, you need to give them poisonous, or else you need to give them the Divine Shield without taunt. There's no other way around that. And I know that they give you the minion that if it dies, it can put Divine Shield on a minion, but you shouldn't have to put taunt on all your minions and then have the one that dies just so it puts it on that for that to work. That's just too much. It means that you're not doing the build, you're having to do extra stuff, and you shouldn't have to do that. This was like one of our strongest builds, and we just didn't grow strong enough. Like, honestly, this is like, and in this one, they basically gave us everything we needed. Like, it really wasn't that bad. Which, I mean, Hook, Tusk, I still argue she's like one of the worst. Like, at this point, like, honestly. But I even told you ahead of time, these guys, they're not as good as they used to be. Especially not her, she's not good. She's not one top tier, but all four options I had were doo doo. So, um, but yeah, like, I'm sorry if the episode wasn't that good. I'm sorry if the explanation is drug on. I wanted to explain it because I want you to know that I am listening to the comments when I get them. I am also aware that if you see a comment in there that's like a dating site, please do not click on that. I am trying to make sure that I stay on top of that and get them blocked and gotten rid of. But I can't, they keep showing up, and I haven't figured out how to make that stop yet. But I am working on that. And so please don't click on those. But the comments of anybody that has actually had something to say, I I might try it again at some point. I mean, I want to try it because I was asked to, but this is like one of these ones like I just ask, don't ask me to do builds like this, please, so that once it's over, I don't have to try this again. I don't want to run one that involves me having to have a death rattle. That every time a death rattle goes off, it goes off double because I can't keep that 1-7 on the field. If I put a 1-7 on the field, they're going to have the double strike attack the weakest minion. Period. Like, that's just gonna be a guarantee. He's going to be there because I needed that 1-7, and that's just how it's always been. That's why I make builds like this. I want powerhouses like these. I don't rely on him. Like, he can die whenever he needs to die. He doesn't matter. This really doesn't matter. It's just a buff, but he really doesn't matter. He is just going to be self-sufficient. He'll grow, and if he never gets big enough, whatever. At least he tries to take somebody with him. Like, it needs to be self-surviving. This self-surviving, like, it doesn't matter. Like, there's no time frame of when it dies. This is where it starts becoming even a problem, is because these guys need to outlive these guys, but then, like, same thing with this, like, he needs to attack. So running him with these two was a downfall for me. I needed to get the mechanical cleave so that he can strike and grow every time I'm buffing all the stuff over here, but I was thinking about turning this into menagerie, is why that went that way. So you have an explanation of what's going on here in my mindset. You know, I mean, it's worked at times because, you know, I mean, I've had a bigger meetings. I think just because I didn't exceed 398, I've had 300. Like, it was a 300 something, 300 something. But for some reason, it didn't replace this because I didn't get past the 398 hit points. But I've actually had uh, it was a minimum of two, I think actually three perfect runs where I actually didn't take any damage. One of them was during the Pirates run. It was literally a few months ago. I think it was back in July. I was doing a run, and I didn't get beat once. I tied like 3 times in the entire thing, but I left out with 40 hit points on at 2 different occasions. I know, and I believe there was a third one. Honestly, and that third one was as early as July. So I've taken top 4 this many times. I've taken first place 320 times. So I mean, it happens. Like sometimes I do get by with it, but then there's times like this where it's like we just cannot get a build because they give us the Murlocs and we pass the Murlocs, and then they don't give us no more Murlocs anyway. So we knew we did the right thing. But then they throw demons in our face, but we've already taken half our hit points and damage. Switching to demons at that point, there's no point in running demons without Wrathweaver. Like, I'm sorry, Wrathweaver owns the demon category. You look if you don't have him in here, Soul Juggler is not going to cover this. Like you, unless you somehow have like 2 of the taunts set up that if they die they summon 2 more, and then you have 2 of the ones that if they die they summon 3 more, and then you have 2 of the moms, and then this at imp mothers or whatever, and then it's just like literally they hit them in order to make sure that you get the most out of this, which is not going to happen. Then there's no way the Soul Juggler really is going to be that viable unless you're killing them before they can get established. Because this party right here would not be defeated by this party right here. There's no parties in here that would have beat this. And this is a weak Murloc build. This would lose to any other Murlocs out there. And we just got by because there wasn't anybody else actually bothering to try hard enough. Literally is the only reason why. So, anyways, I will see you guys in the next one. I'm sorry for the rant. And just, again, sound off in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Peace.